As you may know, awnings trap a lot of heat from the sunlight, so we prefer to use the sunscreen tarps instead of the canvas tarps, simply because they allow the heat to rise up through the mesh. They don't trap the heat like a canvas does. To do this, we had to make the sunscreen and the awning canvas interchangeable. One way we could do this is to have a storage area that's 13 feet long to store both of them. And that's what we have here. We have a 13-foot PVC pipe, and since the awning is 12 foot long and it'll easily fit in there, the storage arrangement also prevents the awning and the sunscreen from getting dirty over time, from being rained on, consequently rotting, and also protection from the sun while it's in storage. We also wanted a sunscreen tarp, a 12-foot tarp on the driver's side of the van to keep the sun from beating on the sand during the afternoons and causing excessive heat inside. The 12-foot rain tarp and also a 6-foot rain tarp for the rear doors, if we want the doors open while it's raining, they will both be stored in the passenger side storage tube. The two 12-foot long sunscreen tarps will be stored on the driver's side. We will have a separate video on how to connect the tarps to a 2-inch piece of PVC. You screw it to the PVC and you simply roll it up when you want to store it and stick it inside these 6-inch tubes. To install these tubes, first we made 4 of these aluminum plates. They're 3/8 of an inch thick. They're about 6 inches long, about an inch wide. We drilled 2 holes, 1/4-inch holes, slightly oversized 1/4-inch hole, and tapered the holes so that a countersunk 4-inch stainless steel bolt would pass through these holes, and the head would be flush with the outside surface. Then we went up on the roof rack and used these aluminum plates as a guide and drilled 2 holes through the center of the roof rack. This aligns the roof rack holes with the guide. We placed the front holes about 8 inches back from the front of the tube so the wind can't get a hold of the end of the tube and whip it around. At the back we placed the guide about half an arm length inside the tube so we could still reach it to insert the bolts from inside the tube. Then it was a simple matter to hold the tubes up in place on the van, strap both ends with a man's belt to hold it in place, slide the tube back and forth to get the front end lined up where we wanted it. And then we simply drilled on the inside of the roof rack through the existing roof rack holes into the tube, which made the holes in the tube line up perfectly with the holes in the roof rack. Then we simply inserted the plate with the screws and tightened the nuts on the inside of the roof rack as shown here. This picture shows 4-inch screws. We ran out of 3-inch screws. The 3-inch screw works just fine. This concludes our video on how to install these storage tubes.